since the passing of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, fierce succession politics has actually erupted in ODM. And this succession politics has been between James Aggrey Orengo. James Aggrey Orengo, who is the governor of Siaya, and Oburu Oginga Odinga, who is the brother to the late Raila Amolo Odinga, and also the senator of Siaya. And this succession politics is actually heating up. And many people are now believing that there is a political divide in ODM. Because if you look at ODM categorically, you can say that Oburu Odinga is now the leader of ODM because he has the certificate of ODM. He has the structures of ODM. He has the backing of many leaders in ODM. And that means Oburu Oginga Odinga is actually being seen as the successor of late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And he is going to continue the lineage of the Raila or the Odinga family. Because in politics, you have always been seen historically that since the time of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, he was the kingpin of the Luo Nation. And then it came into Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And now it is Oginga who is in control about the Luo politics and now the ODM politics. But because of that succession eruption, and James Orengo is now on it and is challenging the leadership of Oburu Oginga Odinga. And that is why, of late, we have two factions. We have one faction which is being led by Oburu Oginga Odinga, which is called Rinda Ground, ODM Rinda Ground. We also have another faction which is being led by James Aggrey Orengo and supported by Edwin Sifuna, Babu Owino, Caleb Amisi, and others. And this faction is calling itself Linda Mwananchi. And this faction is actually challenging the status quo of ODM. And people believe that the faction of James Orengo or the Linda Mwananchi faction is actually the faction which is quite attractive to the young people, which is quite attractive to the intellectuals. And that is why it is being seen that the Linda Mwananchi is actually attracting a lot of young people. And young people believe that this is the group which is supposed to carry the leadership of ODM. But that is not the case. And that is why today we are asking, who is the real leader of ODM? Who is carrying the traditional strongholds of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga the late? Because when Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was alive, he was in control. And he was in control the entire Nyanza region, the entire western region, the entire coastal region. But now, it is quite shaky. Between Oburu Oginga Odinga and James Aggrey Orengo, who do you think is in control of those traditional strongholds of the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga? That is the question we must ponder. And because, as you all remember, yesterday, the wing, which is called Linda Mwananchi, entered into the city of Kisumu. And in Kondele, James Agre Orengo was actually anointed to be the people's leader of ODM. And he was being announced to be the new Iwe of ODM. Please have a listen to this declaration.
Orengoni, enosiepwa mok mi wanyach. Orengoni.
So that was the declaration by the people of Kisumu that James Agre Orengo is the new Iwe of the Luo nation. James Agre Orengo is the people's party, people's leader in the ODM fraternity, and he is going to be the person who is going to take forward ODM as per the Linda Mwananchi fraternity. And therefore we can say, for James Agre Orengo, he has positioned himself as the leader of Linda Mwananchi. And now he's challenging Oburu Oginga Odinga that he is not capable of taking forward ODM. And the Linda Mwananchi faction is actually in total opposition that ODM should have a coalition with UDA. And that is why for James Agre Orengo, he has said that that is not the way. ODM should have a presidential candidate late come 2027. And if Oburu Odinga is not capable of that role, then he should let it go. And he should carry the mantle from and if we have been seeing categorically, we can say that the group of Linda Mwananchi is quite close to the people within those strongholds, which were owned by the late Right Honorable Amolo Odinga. And that is why you have been seeing whenever the Linda Mwananchi goes and have a rally, they are welcomed massively. And one thing which is quite of advantage to the Linda Mwananchi side is that it has charming, beautiful leaders. Leaders who are capable of speaking to the people, who are capable of engaging the people, who represents the Raila mode of politics. But if you look at the side of Oburu Oginga Odinga, you will find that that side is a bit traditional. And they believe that it is time for them to have power. And therefore, they really don't represent that firebrand kind of politics that Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga used to have. And that is why they are actually lacking that jam to excite the minds of their followers within their strongholds. And that means Oburu Odinga should actually be very careful with James Agre Orengo, because from that rally which was done in Kisumu yesterday, we can say that if Oburu Odinga is not going to be very careful, this group of Linda Mwananchi is going to take it. It's going to have the entire strongholds of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And there are things that for now, Oburu Odinga and his followers or leadership, they must do the following. The first thing they must do, they must be able to get young leadership. And those leaders who should be capable of talking whenever we have ladies, and they should have a vibrant and the likes of Edwin Sifuna, they are vibrant in nature. And that is also what Oburu Oginga Odinga need. And the Oburu Odinga need to look for a way to be in touch with the people. One advantage that Oburu Odinga has, he has the party, he has the certificate, he has the network. The only thing now Oburu needs to do is that they must select vibrant politicians like Atandi from themselves. And those vibrant politicians, actually they should be given the mic to speak whenever they have rallies, so that they can attract the people, they can excite the mind of the people. That is the only way that they will be capable to stop James Agre Orengo against challenging the leadership of ODM. But if things will continue going the same way things are going, then it is likely that James Orengo will catch the day. And James Orengo is actually going to have ODM, or even if he forms a different political party, their kind of politics is going to resonate very well with the multitude of the people. And because of that, that is why the underground group, they must look for a way to be very close to the people, because it is clear that they have the structures, they have that continuity lineage, they have that brand of the name of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. So the only thing they need to do is that they need to be more accommodating to the people. They need to have an exciting kind of politics so that it can excite the minds of the people. And that is the only way they will win the souls of the people. And that is the only way they will stop this force which is coming up by James Agre Orengo. What do you have to say about all this? Who do you think as ODM? Is it Oburu Oginga Odinga or James Agre Orengo with the Linda Mwananchi group? I could like you to drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And if your friends love politics, then it's good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.